today we're playing more Great Satanic Chronicles. We're going to be continuing the memoirs of the Clouded Kokoro case. I had to remember that there. And yeah, this will be a fun case. Yeah, okay. I have two kind of quick story times to talk about. And where do I need to go? I need to get a little bit of that. Favorite. Okay, I have a few quick story times. First, I need to sneeze. God, I'm meant to make an iron farm on Ozwork, so whenever I next stream on Ozwork, I'll show you the design and the tutorial that I followed along. So whenever I stream on there, I'll show you it. Second of all, okay. Okay, so it was yesterday. For a little bit of context, if you guys don't use Instagram a whole lot, the stories last for 24 hours. So my story from Friday saying oh hey, I'm live, was still up by midday Saturday, because I posted it 8:30 at night. And so yesterday, I think it was what time was it? I need to get up Instagram. One of my aunts messaged me yesterday saying, hey, did you put this on your story? And I was like, and when you did you put this on a story? And at the time it didn't show what story she was replying to. But now that I've gone through the messages, it comes up as me saying, hey, I'm live. I'm live announcement, but at the time it didn't show up which story she had replied to. So I say, I don't think so. And she goes, me with a baby. And I'm like, no, I haven't posted any pictures of my family or my family members on my Instagram story in probably a few years, if at all. So this was weird. And she sends me a screenshot, and she's saying oh, I keep seeing it on people's stories, and she sends me a screenshot, and it shows up in the screenshot it shows my username, and it is showing oh, this picture of with her with a baby on my story. And then but when I went back onto that story, and I had only posted one story on Friday. I don't post to Instagram stories. The only time I will post it on Instagram stories is to post the occasional meme or whatever, or to post stream announcements. Most of my stories are stream announcements. So the only story that was up at that time was me announcing that I'm live. So I sent her a screenshot and I sent her a screenshot of what I saw, which was my live announcement, and we were just this is weird. And she had to reset her password and everything. So it might have just been a glitch, but also I don't know. I'm gonna look on her Instagram actually to see if she's sorted it. But I don't think she has, which is weird. It's weird that she's seeing a different thing from what I'm seeing. And I was like, oh, maybe it's a glitch with my account then. So I went over onto my private account to go look at the story to see, oh, was it actually my live announcement, or was it this random picture of my aunt? And it was my stream announcement. I went on my private account, looked at my story on my public main account, and it was the stream announcement. So I think it was something wrong with her account, which I don't know. That was weird. See, I don't know what happened with that. Just weird. It was weird. Okay, so I was in work this morning, and I only do 4-hour shifts, and I was in from 9:30 till So basically, I was doing the opening shift. I was in there 9:30 till 1:30, and it gets to, I think it's like 1:27 at this point, and I see a few customers like in the it was 1:27, and I was like in the middle of serving a customer, and then there was one more customer in the line, and I was like, okay, I might as well serve this customer because it'll only take a couple of minutes, and then go and clock out and go get food. Because usually what I'll do is I do like last little bits, like maybe serving a customer or putting like one last thing away, and then go clock out and then go get food from Home Bargains, which is like right next to which is right next to my shop, which is right next to the Peacocks I work out. So I finish off serving this customer, and then the last customer like in the line comes up to me, and she's like, hey, I want to exchange these two things for like a different size, which is like normal things you would expect, which is like normal. So I'm like, okay. So I start doing the process of the exchange, and at the start of an exchange is like the same as a return. She had like given me like a bag of stuff, so I assume that either she had the stuff that she was wanted to get either in the bag or was just holding it and I just didn't notice it, or just put it like maybe like in front of my register, in front of my till. So I scan the receipt, do all the things you need to do. I took the things off. I did all the things. And she doesn't have the things she wants to exchange for. So she's like, oh, can I go and get the things I want to get? Get the things I want to switch these two items for. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Because I was like, okay, maybe it was like, that's a little annoying, but maybe she already knew what she was getting. Maybe she already knew. She took like 5 minutes trying to get the items she wanted to exchange it for. And we only had, what I didn't know at the time is that when she was going getting them, is that we only had one of these items left. She comes back to the till after like a few minutes. I think it was like just after past at this point. So she comes over and she says, oh, do you only have this one in stock? Do you not have any in the bag? And I go, I don't think so, because I've always been told, I was told when I first started with my manager that everything we have out is all the sizes we have. So I'm just like, oh, I don't think so. And my coworker says, oh yeah, that's the last one we have. Because she went to come to the till to like sort out receipts or tag something or do something with or get a hanger or something. So she, this customer comes and puts the item that last thing on the till, and she's like, oh, I'm going to get another thing, because I think she wanted to do a direct exchange. So she was like, oh, I'm gonna get so she had only gotten like the last like item on the shelf, and she was gonna go get a different item that was like for a similar price. So I scanned that item into the till like normal, like as she was gonna buy it. And I'm there waiting for like another like 5 minutes. It was 37 minutes past at this point. I remember it was like 37 minutes past at this point. My shift ended like 7 minutes ago, and I had to go clock out. So, and I was like, I have to wait here. And I was like, why is she taking so long? Or why is she doing this so weirdly? Why is she doing this transaction so weirdly? Because usually, when customers want to exchange something, they'll bring the items they're returning into the store, and then they'll go and find the items they want to exchange, want to get, want to buy, and then they'll come to the till. But she bring the items in, bring the returning items in, came to the till, and then went to go get the items she was gonna get. So, which is why? Because the thing is, an exchange only takes like a couple of minutes, but you're prolonging this transaction by like an extra like 10 minutes than it needs to be. Like it would have taken me like max 5 minutes to this exchange, like less than 5 minutes, because an exchange is like, oh, you'll put the return, scan the receipt, hello Ace, hello, welcome on in, how are you doing? Tata, hello, Tata with the raid, and I fixed my raid, finally. I fixed my raid a little earlier. Welcome on in. I'm okay, how are you? I'm good, Ace. Welcome on in, Tata. Welcome on in. Hello, everybody. Hello. I'm just telling a story about a customer that did, and that was being weird, that did an exchange weirdly at work. Tata Raid! Hello, Cat Dad. Hello, how you doing? Hello, just had a little story from work this morning before I actually get into the great Psssttt case I'm doing. If quite a few of you do not know. Hello, Vaporeon. Hello, Fatima. Hello, welcome on in, how you doing? Yeah, so if quite a few of you do not know me, I'm Poppy. I am a variety streamer who is currently on an Psssttt grind. I'm currently playing through Great Psssttt Chronicles and the Apollo Justice trilogy, and I have a few other games I also play, like Minecraft and The Sims mainly at the moment, as well as Sticky Business, and yeah, we're just gonna I'm not very good at doing this promotion stuff. I'm well, Poppy. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I might as well start retelling the story again. So I was at work this morning, and I was supposed to finish my shift at 1:30. Right? I have a part-time job, so I'm only on 4-hour shifts. And I was like, okay, I'll finish off serving this customer, and I was like just in the middle of like serving a customer, so I was like, okay, I'll finish off serving this customer, then I'll serve the next customer who was like the last customer in line, and then I'll go clock out and get food and get my lunch. So I'm like, I finish off serving that customer, and this other customer is like, hey, I'm here to do an exchange. I was like, okay. So I start, scanning in the items she wants to return, and she's like, hey, can I go get the items I want to get, like the items she's exchanging the returning items for? And I'm like, okay, which is a weird way to do that, because most people who, when they want to do an exchange, would get the items they want to get, to get the items they want to exchange the returning items for before coming to the till. So so I'm like slightly questioning her logic here. So anyways, I'd already scanned the returning items in, so I was like, and there was no one else in line, so I was like, okay, I'll just, I won't void this return just yet. Like, if another customer came into line, I'll either use the other till, or I'll just void this return. But there was no need to at that moment. So she went and got, and she wanted to exchange the returning items for like the same items in a different size. But we had only one left in the size she wanted. So she like had come to the till saying, like, asking like, hey, do you have any more in stock? And we were like, oh no, we don't have any more of these in stock in that size. So she puts this item she's getting on my till, and I scan it in, and she then is like, hey, can I just go get something else? I'm guessing she just wanted to do a direct exchange. Like, I'm guessing she just wanted to do a direct exchange. Like, she just wanted to spend up all the money she would have gotten on the refund. So she goes looking, and I am stood there, like, and at this point when she goes gets the second item, it is like I think it must be like 35 past. I should have gone like 5 minutes ago at that point. Like, so I'm just stood there and waiting for her. And I think at this point, another customer actually did come into the line. So I'm like, you know, I might as well just, no one else is at the till. I'll go and use the other till. So I log on. Our system allows us to log on to 2 separate tills at the same time. So I got log on to the other till, serve this customer, and the customer I was originally serving was like not back yet. She came back like a little bit late, like slightly later, like a few seconds after I'd finished serving the second customer. So like, I'm sorry, I'm just like. So she was taking a while, and no, she came back a few minutes actually. She came back maybe 2 minutes actually, after I'd already finished serving the second customer, and like I think right before she came back, right before like this like the original customer, the exchange customer was, you know, was like coming back, like just before she came back. One of my co-workers, I think there was only supposed to be 3 of us in that day, and one who was on like a 9 to 5, and then one of my other co-workers who literally was like starting like right as I was finishing. Like she was starting at 1:30, and I left at 1:30. I think she was doing like a 1:30 till like 5, or like a 1:30 to 6, and then maybe closing by herself. I don't know. I don't remember. So my coworker who had started at 9, who I'd also started at 9, was like, "Hey, do you want me to finish this off?" Because again, she was until 5. So, and I was supposed to have left like 7 minutes ago, and I was like, yes, please, yes. So I left, and right as I was heading to the staff room, to like heading to the staff room to, you know, get my stuff, to get my phone and my coat, because I don't have, on my work uniform, I do not have pockets, like, at all. So, like, I leave my phone in the staff room. You know, actually, and like, it is annoying slightly if I do need my phone, because on Friday, I did not need my phone, because I was working with this one guy I work with, and we were both in on, no, we weren't working on Friday. That's pretty inconsiderate of her to take so long, especially when you're about to leave. Okay, to her credit, like, she didn't know that I was finishing at 1:30. But also, again, most people would come into the store and grab the stuff they want to exchange their returning items for before coming to the till, and then the exchange would have only taken like less than 5 minutes. Why do this? What? That is like the most inconvenient way to do things. And I was telling my dad this because he was picking me up from work, and he was just like, customers are just annoying. And the thing is, most exchanges I do are like not the normal exchange, but you know, the customers will have both their returning items and the items that they want to buy, and then you know if there's a difference, they'll pay the difference. Like, for example, if they're like they'll just, you know, tap their card and get whatever difference. Like, for example, if the original item that they're returning is £9, and then they're getting like for example, if they bought like a £9 vest top and they're returning it, but they want to get like an £11 normal top, they'll just pay the £2 difference. Or like, for example, if it was like the other way around, if they were getting an £11 top, if they were returning an £11 top and wanted to buy a £9 vest top, then I think at that point I would have to take like a few details for whatever reason, and then they'll tap the card and receive the £2. But like usually that's like less than 5 minutes. At this point, I had been serving her for 10 minutes, and I'd already served another customer on the other till before she came back. So it was just annoying. Like, thank you, Empress for the follow. Well, come on in. How you doing? But yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. That's me not having pockets. I keep forgetting I have that on my sound alerts. Hello, how you doing, Empress? How you doing? But yeah, me not having a phone, like a pocket in my work uniform is annoying. And for a little bit of context, like, this isn't just like, oh, work provided uniform. This is like I had to buy the uniform myself. I mean, I technically didn't buy it. I think like one of my parents did. Like, I think my mum did, or like my grandma did. I don't remember who bought it. So like, and like I chose pants that like didn't have pockets in them, and I chose a top that didn't have a pocket in it. So, and like on Friday, no, it wasn't Friday. It was Wednesday. It was Wednesday that I was last working. On Wednesday, so I was working with this other guy I work with, and we were working like the opening shift. We were working like 8:30 because on weekends we open later and we close earlier. On Sundays especially, but on weekdays we're open for longer. We open earlier, and the store's open later. So and he had to go on a call at like I think he had to go on a call at like 10:30. So I would have to be alone. And I thought I would have to be like alone by myself on the shop floor for an hour, because I thought I don't know why, but I thought his call would be an hour, but it wasn't. It was like 15 minutes. It was like a 15-minute call. And so he was like, hey, you have my number, go, just you can have your phone, you can go get your phone and just call me if you need me. So I had to carry my phone around, and it wasn't like, oh, I was on the tills like sorting out returns on serving customers for the entire time. I was like putting stock away and stuff, so I had to carry my phone around while putting stock out. And for a little bit more context, for the people who like did hear like the start of the stories I was telling, I work at Peacock's, which is a like large clothing chain store in England. I don't know if it's in the rest of the UK, but I know it's definitely in England. So it was just like very slightly inconvenient when I had to put clothes away. So yeah. So yeah, tales of someone who works in retail. anyways, let's get into Great Ace Attorney Chronicles.